Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be explaining how to properly manage your gold in Magic Chess. And I'm going to be doing it in this presentation style like I said. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you can understand what I'm going to say in this video about proper gold management. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about gold management. Let me know the strategies you use to manage your gold and all that stuff. So without further ado, let us get started. So the first thing is, what is gold? Gold is the currency in Magic Chess. So the next thing now is to study the ways you can get gold and the ways you can spend gold, starting with how to get gold. You get 2 gold at the start of every game. Every player gets 2 gold at the start of every game. Then you get a fixed amount of gold every round. Win or lose, you get the same amount of gold every round as a fixed amount. So you have 5 in the planning stage, 6 in the placement stage, 7 in the showdown stage, and 8 in the end game stage. A fixed amount of gold every round, win or lose. But if you manage to win, then you get 1 extra gold. Now the next thing is the streaks. If you have a streak of 2, regardless of win or lose, if you get a streak of 2, you get 1 bonus gold. If you get a streak of 3, you get 2 bonus gold. If you get a streak of 4, you get 3 bonus gold, and if you get a streak of 5, you get 4 bonus gold. You can also get gold from interest. Interest is this 2 gold you get every time you have it. You have 10 gold in your bank, so for every 10 gold you have in your bank at the end of a round, you get 2 gold as interest, and you can get a maximum of 4 gold in. So if you have 20 gold in your bank, then you will be given 4 extra gold as interest. Then you can get gold by selling heroes. 1-star heroes sell for the same price, while 2-star and 3-star heroes sell for less. Very quickly, let's look at this table here. You have 1 gold hero, the price is 1 gold, 2 gold, the price is 2, 3, the price is 3, 4 gold, 4 gold, and 5, the price of buying a 5 gold hero is 5 gold. So this is the price of selling it when you're trying to sell a 1-star. So you're going to sell it for the exact same price as how much you bought it. But then when you go to 2-star, for 1 gold heroes, you're buying 3. Right, but then you still sell it for the same 3 if it's a 2-star hero. But for 2 gold, you will notice that you buy them for 6, but then you're selling for 5. For 3 gold heroes, you're buying them for 9, but you're selling for 7. For 4 gold heroes, we're talking about 2 stars now, so you're buying 3 heroes. So then you multiply this one by 3. So for 4 gold heroes, for a 2-star hero would actually cost 12 gold, but then you're selling for 9. The cost drops even more when it's a 3-star hero. If you're trying to sell a 3-star 1 gold hero, you're only going to get it for 5 gold. A 3-star 2 gold hero, you're only going to get it for 8 gold. And it goes like that. So this is just you don't have to remember this formula, you would see it in the game as you go. Just you remember that when you are selling heroes, you are going to sell it for less than how much you actually bought it. So that is for the selling heroes part. Then now some synergies can give you gold. For example, Future Tech gives you some heroes from the shop for free. So you can either sell the heroes you get, or you just use the heroes, right? You get those heroes for free that you can then do whatever you want to do. Then you have Ablaze bounties. That is you buy the Ablaze bounties synergy marks an enemy hero, and if you manage to kill that enemy hero, you will get some gold every round. Then finally, some commander skills can give you gold. For example, Remy's first skill, Remy's second skill, and Remy's third skill. Another commander skill that can give you gold is Asta's first skill. And so these are just the different ways you can get gold. Now you go to what to spend gold on. There's just 3 things. Even though there's over 8 things, or around 8 things that you can, there's around 8 ways you can get gold. There's only 3 ways to spend gold, and that is upgrading the commander level, buying heroes, and refreshing the shop. We're going to discuss each of them in depth and see how to manage since this is where the gold management actually comes in. How to manage your gold, refreshing the shop, buying heroes, and upgrading the commander level. Starting with how to maximize the gold for refreshing. Now, the first thing you need to do is understand the influence of the commander level on spawn rate. Now, for those who do not know, the spawn rates of all heroes at different commander levels is different. For example, if you are trying to buy a 2 gold hero, the spawn rate at commander level 3 is 30%. It increases to 35% at commander level 4, and then at commander level 5 you have 40%. So you need to understand that depending on your commander level, the spawn rate of different heroes is different. So once you can understand this, you will be able to increase your chances of getting the required heroes without wasting too much on refreshing. Then the next thing is to find the commander level that best suits your team. For example, the best commander level for the Nature Spirit Supplication strategy is 6-7. 6 until you get Mia, Belleric, Roger, and Eudora to 3 stars. That is the 2 gold and the 1 gold heroes. After that, you then upgrade to commander level 7 to get Belleric and Atlas to 3 stars. So it's a strategy that relies on using low quality heroes, but you can get them to 3 stars, which is the advantage of this strategy and why it's a very, very dangerous strategy. But the thing is that for you to use it very well, you need to stay at the commander level that will allow you to do this, and that is commander level 6, commander level 7. So then after you know which commander level will best suit your team, the next thing is just to maximize the spawn rate at that commander level and just continue refreshing the shop. Right, so if you are looking for a 3 gold hero, you go to commander level 7, you get that 40% spawn rate, and then you just continuously refresh the shop to try to get that hero to 3 stars. Now the next thing is how to manage your heroes. The first thing is to buy every hero required for your lineup as they appear in the shop. Right, don't discriminate any hero. As you see the hero, you buy them and you continue buying them until your deck is full. Now at this point, you have to prioritize 2 heroes. So these 2 heroes are the ones that will need to reach 3 stars, because when your deck is full, you have to sell some of your heroes because you only have 8 spots, and you need 3 spots to get 1 hero to 3 stars, which means that you can only get 2 heroes to 3 stars at a time. If you are very lucky, you might be able to do 3 at a time, but for the most part, you won't be able to do 2 at a time. So that's why you need to prioritize 2 heroes that will get to 3 stars. So when the deck is full, you're going to have to sell the heroes that are not in the priority and continue refreshing. So this is how you manage the heroes that you get. You also have to buy every hero first, then you have to now prioritize to just make a mental priority of 2. And then when your deck is full and you need to still buy a hero, then you just sell the heroes that are not in the priority and continue refreshing. Now, how to efficiently upgrade the commander level. This is the main topic of this video, and let's just get right into it. So the cost of upgrading the commander level are, you go from commander level 3 to commander level 4. That is the first upgrade of your commander level. You have it as 2 gold. Then going from 4 to 5, you have it as 8 gold. From 5 to 6, you have it as 16. 6 to 7, you have it as 28. 7 to 8, you have it as 40. And 8 to 9, you have it as 56. The total gold you need to go from commander level 3 to commander level 9 is 150. I would recommend you, I think a lot of players actually know how much gold this costs, but if you don't know it, then I suggest you actually try to keep it in mind, because you're going to need it in the future in the later parts of this video. Now this is just a table showing the gold progression. So you start from here. This is where the game starts, at the creep round of planning, and you start with 2 gold. We've already clarified that you start with 2 gold. Then for every round you survive in the planning stage, you get 5 gold. So from 2 to 7 to 12 to 17. Then you come here to 22. Now you're in the placement stage, you get 6 gold for all the rounds, and then you come to showdown. For showdown you get 7 gold, and then you come to end game where you get 8 gold, and then post end game where you get 8 gold. And so it will take you 24 rounds to get 150 gold. So this is just to show how many rounds you would need to get 156 gold. Now, this is just assuming you don't spend any gold. We are not considering any other thing, just the basic reward. So with just the basic rewards, you would need 24 rounds to get 150 gold. But we are still, that is not the only source of income, right? So now let us now consider another source of income, and that is this 2 gold reduction in your upgrade price. So we look at the ideal commander level progression, and this is what your commander level upgrading would look like if you, the first thing is account for the 2 gold reduction in upgrade price every round. And you remember that the price of upgrading your commander level actually drops by 2 every round. So, and this actually has a very big impact on how fast you can upgrade your commander level, and you would see it here. So the first thing you're going to do is to account for this 2 gold, and then we're not going to, in this assumption, we're assuming we don't spend any gold at all whatsoever, and we'll see how fast it will take us to get to commander level 9 from the beginning. And then the last thing is just to upgrade your commander level every time you can afford it. That is of this assumption, of this hypothesis that I want to do here. So you would see this table here. This point here is just to explain what's happening there. So you have X, Y in the bracket, and then Z. The X outside here is telling you your current commander level. Here you see 3. This is the start of the game, and remember we start at commander level 3. So that is why you have 3 here. Y is the amount of gold you need to upgrade to the next commander level. You have 2 here because to go from commander level 3 to commander level 4, you need 2 gold. And then the last thing is the amount of gold in the bank. And you remember that at the start of the game, we start with 2 gold. So this is what you have: commander level 3, 2 gold in our bank, and it will cost us 2 gold to go to commander level 4. Which we will do because we said that we are going to upgrade our commander level every time we can afford it. So then when we do this, we go to commander level 4, we'll have 0 gold, and it would cost us 8 to go to commander level 5. Now on the next round, we gain 5 gold and it drops by 2. You would notice that in all of the rounds, the price of upgrading the commander level is dropping by 2. So just remember that. And then our gold is increasing by the reward. So in the planning stage, our gold is increasing by 5. From 6 to 11, from 0 to 5, from 5 to 10. In the placement, it's increasing by 6, from 4 to 10, from 10 to 16. And in the showdown stage, it's increasing by 7. So yes, we are just adding the basic rewards. We are also reducing the price of upgrading commander level. Now, you would notice that on the first round, you'll be able to go to commander level 4. On the third round, you would be able to go to commander level 5. On the 5th round, you would be going to commander level 6. On the 8th round, you will be at commander level 7. On the 13th round, you would be at commander level 8. And finally, you would be at commander level 9 in the 19th round. So normally it takes you 24 rounds to get that 150 gold. But when you account for the 2 gold reduction in the commander level, the time drops to just 19 rounds. So you're going to be able to do to reduce the time by 5 rounds if you add this thing. Now, you would notice that this progression, we're only accounting for 2 gold sources. That is the 2 gold reduction in commander level price and the basic reward every round. So these are the constant gold sources. Every game, regardless of how the game is going, they're going to be constant. You're going to have that happen every round. But it does not account for interest, commander skills, synergy, streaks, and other gold sources. And this is because they can change depending on the state of the game. Therefore, they are unstable factors. Right? Streaks, you have to actually win to get anything with your streaks. For synergies, you have to actually trigger the synergies. For commander skills, you have to maybe trigger the commander skill. So those are variable sources. They may change depending on the game, so you can't actually rely on them. However, interest is a semi-constant, semi-variable gold source. And this is because it is the player that can maintain the maximum interest every round. So if the player actually is able to do it, he can maintain his interest every round. And the average time a player can start saving interest is in the placement stage. Now, beginners, you can take note of this, but at the start of the placement stage, a player is in this state. If you remember what this state is, commander level 5, 16 gold to go to commander level 6, and we have 20 gold in the bank. So now with 20 gold in the bank, we'll get 4 gold interest. And then from here, we just have to upgrade our commander level. We have 16 gold to upgrade to commander level 16. This means that you're going to upgrade to commander level 5 at the start of the placement stage. That is the average time for most players who are just like not playing any specific strategy at all. This is just the average time. So yes, with this you can start saving your interest. Now let's see what would happen if you spend your interest on upgrading commander level as well. The one thing you would notice that it's already very short. We only have 11 rounds here. Let's look at the beginning. We have commander level 5, 16 gold to go to commander level 6, and we have 20 gold. Now we are trying to maintain our interest, so we're not going to upgrade our commander level here. We're still going to wait a bit. So on the next round, it drops by 2, we get 10 gold. Placement is 6 gold, interest is 4 gold. So that's why we are getting 10 gold in all of them. So then you will go to commander level 6 here. Just 2 rounds after, you will get to commander level 6. We could even go to commander level 7, but we're still trying to save our interest. So then you go again. Then you get to commander level 7, 5 rounds after. And then you wait another 3 rounds. Or no, 2 rounds after 6. You go 7. Then 3 rounds after that, you are 8. 2 rounds after that, you are 9. So in total, it will take just 11 rounds to go from commander level 5 to commander level 6. If we are counting from the beginning, we only take about 15 rounds. But the problem is that this progression is impossible. And that is because aside the basic interest and rewards, aside the interest and basic rewards, the other gold sources are very unstable. Streaks are really only useful as a gold source when you have a streak of 3 and above. Future tech synergy, you actually have to be lucky to get a high quality hero in the shop, because you could get a 1 gold hero. The synergy could give you a 1 gold hero, which is almost nothing. Ablaze bounty is even more unstable because you actually need to kill the bounty. And if you don't have any extra gold sources, you can't buy heroes or refresh the shop, which means your team would be very weak. So therefore, you cannot actually use the interest progression strictly. You would have to actually spend your interest, and that is the plan. We're going to make it so that you can spend your interest, but you would still save the basic reward, which would be used to upgrade your commander level. So that is where we now go into the recommended progression, which combines the ideal and the interest progressions. What you're going to do is that you will upgrade your commander level every time you can afford it, but you must also maintain maximum interest while doing it. So that is the elements of the ideal progression and the interest progression. So when you do this, you will be able to get some basic spending gold in addition to the variables. So every round you're going to get that interest, that 4 gold. You can spend that 4 gold however you want, while you will use the basic rewards to just upgrade your commander level. Now when you do this, this is what your progression would look like. So you have here, this is where you are starting, and you get that 6 gold basic reward. You can spend your interest in here, but you save that 6 gold, and you get that 6 gold. So then you can now go to commander level 6 here. Then you still get more 6 gold, and then you can now go to commander level 7 here. Now you are going to be getting 7 gold. Remember, you're still getting that 4 gold interest there, so you can spend that one. You go here, then you here to here. This is now where you get to commander level 8. Then you get more 7 gold. When you now get to end game, the gold increases by 8. The gold becomes 8. So then you gain 8 gold, and then this is where you would get to your commander level 9 on the 20th round. So for me personally, when I'm about to upgrade to commander level 9, I don't try to save interest anymore, right? It's just to get to commander level 9. Although if you want to, you can still maybe push it to here, so you just make yours 22 rounds. But we are going with the end goal is just to get to commander level 9. So 20 rounds. Now, one thing you would notice is that even though this table now just shows the difference between, because it might seem that we are trying to maintain interest, we are not upgrading immediately as in the ideal progression, in the recommended, but we're not upgrading immediately. So it may look like it's slower, and actually it is slower, but you would notice that in the beginning, right, you upgrade to command level 4 immediately, but with the recommended, you have to wait 1 round. for it to upgrade automatically. Then for commander level 5, you have to wait until the start of placement to be in commander level 5, while with the ideal progression you were there at commander level 3. So you would notice now, if you look at the difference, this is the commander level, the ideal progression will be around 5, recommended to be around 7. If you look at this, the commander level 9 for the ideal progression is around 19, while the recommended progression is actually around 20. Now, if you remember, we are getting like 4 gold constantly with the recommended progression, so we can actually do things with our gold. We have like gold to spend. Whereas with the ideal, we will very barely get any extra gold. We're just focused on upgrading commander level. Now, this table shows you that that is actually not the most efficient, because the difference in the times for both of them is not that much. This is probably the way it is the highest to get to commander level 7. But then after that, the recommended progression rapidly catches up to the ideal. So this is why you are recommended to use this recommended progression. But then the problem is that 80% of players will not remember all this. I don't remember all of this. When I'm playing a game, especially when I'm like trying to be like when I'm trying to be casual about it, I don't care about all of this. I just use this strategy now that I'm going to have to share with you guys, that I think would be perfect. It's perfect for beginners as well. And I call it the usual progression, which is what you usually do, what a lot of players usually do. So in the usual progression, players should be in the state 5, 16, 20. Commander level 5, 16 gold to go to commander level 6, and own 20 gold at the start of placement. That is the basic state. Now you will continue refreshing the shop until the creep defense rounds, and then you will upgrade to the next commander level after the creep defense rounds. So when you look at this is where you start, and you refresh here. After the creep defense round, you go to commander level 6, you continue refreshing. After the showdown creep, you go to commander level. Why I didn't show this thing is because what you are going to just do is make sure that your gold is above 20 in all these refresh rounds. Just keep doing this until your gold is above 20. Once your gold is above 20, yes. So in showdown, you get to commander level 7. After end game creep, you get to commander level 8, and then after post end game creep, you go to commander level 9. So it's a very I won't say it's a simple strategy. This one is slower. Yeah, here you would have to take 26 rounds to get to commander level 9, unlike the others that have 11 for the interest progression and 20 for the ideal progression. For this one, you have to get 6 extra rounds, so 26 rounds. Now the thing is that it maximizes every commander level. You have 6 rounds to refresh the shop every time. So at commander level 6, you have 6 rounds to refresh. At commander level 7, you also have 6 rounds to refresh, and in endgame 2. So you're going to get as many heroes as possible in a particular spawn rate. It's a very simple strategy. It's perfect for casual players and for beginners. But the problem is that it will not work for synergies that rely on rare heroes, and that's just because you're not going to get to commander level 8 or 9 until very, very late. You are mostly going to enjoy if you are playing with commander level 6 or 7, because this is where like the most of the game is, in the placement, in the showdown, and maybe early end game. So, and at this point, you're going to commander level 6 and 7. So you're going to enjoy it if you're playing a synergy with an optimum commander level of 6 or 7. But if you need a rare hero, if you are playing Wormslayer Swordsman and you need a link, you can't wait until post end game. You can't wait 26 rounds to just be getting link. You need to get him a lot faster. So that is one disadvantage of this strategy. And the thing is that it's very, very prone to RNG suffering. If you know what RNG is, it just means that even though you are spending 5 rounds to refresh the shop here, because it's not a 100% chance to get the hero, you still may not get the heroes you want. You might still be poor, like hero wise. So I would say it's high risk, high reward, because you are just hoping that you're going. If you can get your heroes to 2 stars, that's fine. If you manage at this commander level 6, if you manage to get your 2 gold heroes to 3 stars, then at this commander level 7, you manage to get your 3 gold heroes to 3 stars, then you will actually enjoy it. So, but if you really want to use it for rare synergies, then you just have to upgrade to commander level 7 at the start of showdown, then to commander level 8 either at the creep defense round of showdown. I will show that now. So if you want to use it for rare heroes, what you would do is at placement creep, you upgrade to commander level 6. Then here, at the start of showdown, you would upgrade to commander level 7 instead of refreshing here. Now, the thing is that you can spend all of this time refreshing at commander level 7, then you upgrade to 8 here, refresh here, then you upgrade to 9 here. You can reduce the time by 3 rounds, but if you want more time reduction, then you get to 7 here, you save up a bit, then you get to 8 here, so that then you will be able to get to 9 here. I hope that makes sense. That is like a way to shorten the time for refreshing the shop using this usual progression. So, in summary, proper gold management involves balancing upgrading the commander level with refreshing the shop to buy your heroes. You are recommended to save up your gold till you reach a certain commander level before you go all in with the spending. You can use the ideal, recommended or usual progressions listed in this video depending on your playstyle. Beginners are recommended to use the usual progression. You can check out my other videos, particularly the one where I explained the commander level in depth. And you can check out some other videos where I explain a lot of other things, a lot of other basic mechanics in Magic Chess. So that would be it for this. That should be it for this video. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.